Well, certain guys kind of see goals when they get one and then two, and Eric seems to be one of those players.
Would have preferred that he had tried to get 4. Thought he started.
He tried.
No, I thought he started passing too much after, and that kind of started a little bit of a slide for us in the second period, and then we just got a penalty box. But we should talk about good things. We had great goaltending, and we really shouldn't have needed it, but we got great goaltending. And I thought our defense played really hard, really well. I thought the forwards were really good in spurts, and I think, at times at home that stall line had lots of good opportunities to score, but the center line was the difference in the game because they went on the ice for the Anaheim's first goal, and then they shut one of the elite lines in the NHL right down. So back Eric Stahl, I think he is. I think you don't underestimate how seriously he takes the mantle of leader and offensive production guy. He gets one early in the game, he feels like, okay, I'm making a difference here, and it feeds him. Because he really takes that very seriously. And then I think it goes the other way when he struggles a little bit. He takes it very personally. I think people need to know that. It really, he carries it very heavily.
We had talked about how he played on the line with those guys at the Olympics, and Getzlaf scores the first one. He wanted to come back and make a difference.
Well, you get a really good appreciation from the bench of how big these guys are. Sidney Crosby's not a large guy, but when you get to Stahl and Getzlaf and some of these bigger players, they're huge, and they move so quick, and they have such great hands that it's a challenge for Gleason and Corval to play against that line. They did a great job tonight. It's a challenge to handle.
Well, when you look at a guy like Ward, sometimes the economy of motion when he's on almost makes what he did tonight seem pretty spectacular, and yet he didn't have to move much. You could almost overlook how good some of his saves were because he got squared to so many pucks and was there to just snag some.
I think we've done a nice job of fatiguing him into efficiency.
There you go.
You talk about the sustained two-shift possession at the start of the second period.
Yeah, and then when you see that, and I get it, why don't we just do that all the time, right? But that comes from good jump, but also some really good puck management, controlling it on the outside and then taking it to the net at the right time, and some pretty good skills. So, I remember those shifts, and when we were going, we'd see a bunch of those shifts over the course of the game, and the crowd gets going and feeds on it. So it's a starting point. I think I liked the first period tonight, and I liked right up till the 10-minute mark of the second period, and we ended up taking 5 or 6 penalties in a row that really put us on our heels. We gave up, and then some basics, didn't get pucks deep and some things like that. But yeah, it's a good team. They got a nice hockey club.
How do you coach against a 6-on-3? Is that something you practice or
stand as close to your tender pretty much as most? There are moments in there where you actually get a chance to be aggressive. Because whether you have 6, 7, 8, or 9 guys, if they have to come across your blue line, you still have a chance to stand there. So stand there, and then once they get, you do your very best not to make your goaltender stop anything post to post. Clearly, we were successful at that, but that's what you're trying to avoid. I mean, he's going to get it here, and he's going to get it up in here. Just don't make him go and sit. But it's so difficult.
Yeah.
What did you think of Corval's
Corval, he earned that one. I thought that was fair. I thought maybe earlier it could have been 4 and 4, based on the fact that I thought he earned it. That was a fair one. I would argue the other call, the one on Sutter, but it's a judgment call, and I think they, for whatever reason, missed that one on Stahl. I've seen some pretty vicious cross-checks laid down 6-on-5, and even when it was against our team, not complain much about it, because usually at that point in the game, all bets are off. But that one was fairly light.
Hey, Mo, Cam has gotten, I don't know if run's the right word, gotten run into several times recently. Is that something that you send to the league and say, hey, look at this, or?
No, I thought, I think those are very, very difficult for the referees to sense when there's 2 guys going together, how much of the guy's been laid off. The other night, Ben Eager went into him and worked. Was it Eager? Yeah, it was Eager. I think he worked very hard to get his leg out in front of him and into him, so he got a 2-minute penalty. I'd like to see that do it when they